Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley. We're here on the City Spotlight Show, where we highlight Santa Clarita and everything that's going on in our community. This is your host, Perry Smith, and I'm in the studio with Janine Prado and Laura Jardine, who will work with the City of Santa Clarita in various capacities. And right now, we were just talking about the heroin kills and how Defiant came about, which is kind of a youth. It's a separate program, but they work together, right, Janine? That's what you were kind of explaining to me.
Yes, it does. The Defiant program is in its second year. It is a collaboration between the city, sheriff's department, Hart School District, and the county. It is where the city and the sheriff's department sent a team to Florida to actually look at a program. And we looked at best practices all over, but we found this program that really works. It's a peer-led component on school campuses, also in the Castaic Middle School. It is a wonderful opportunity for young people to volunteer, to be part of and being a strong influence of being drug-free.
And you were part of that group, right?
Yes.
That went to Miami. And
Yes,
what was your kind of first reaction when you were in it? Because Miami, I would imagine, is a little different community than
Very
Santa
different.
Clarita.
Yes.
So what were the universal elements that you saw that kind of like this would make sense in our community?
It was really peer-led. That was a big part. There's an educational component that's fun. So it's almost seamless. Like young people are in a club, they're having a good time, but in 15 minutes they can learn 2 tips about anti-drug pieces. They also was peer-to-peer, so whether you're in the club or not, a lot of the things they did on campus influenced the entire campus, and that's the way to be involved. The parent component, you can volunteer with your child and be part of the community piece at large. It was just a really neat experience. A lot of energy.
And how long had they been doing the Defiant
Many
program?
years.
Oh, really?
Over 20 years.
Really?
Many years.
Okay, and so is it over time? I would imagine, we were just talking about the heroin kills aspect. It's like people talking to their neighbors and the peer-led aspect of it. So over time, I would imagine that gains a little bit of momentum. People are like, oh, you've done Defiant, you've been through that. Like,
Right.
you know, when I was a kid, it was Dare. And now it's a whole different animal. It's a little bit more, like, you know, Dare with the police officer. And now it seems like it's a little more like you're hearing this stuff from people that are older. And, you know, I think kids really like look up to those, you know, when you're a freshman, you look up at the seniors and like, wow, they're the big stuff on campus. You know what I mean? So is that kind of the idea, the mentality there?
Yes, it is peer-led. And the ideal is that when you reach your hand out from a high school student to a junior high to even we do assemblies in elementary schools, it really has a powerful impact. The other part, too, is that we bring in local people that may be in recovery or are in rehab that come and share their experience so they really get first-hand knowledge from someone that had that experience. So it still is peer-to-peer. And the idea, too, they can ask questions, they participate, and young people really drive what they want to see on campus. We give them the framework and some of the tools, but each campus is very different. So we're in the process right now. Our second year of kicking off on various campuses is very, very exciting. We really have seen the momentum going. We have a great year planned. Many activities for us curriculum, but social events. We're hosting a couple or at least one at the bowling alley, one at Montasia, one at 5150. So we're really excited about that this year.
And those are coming up this month, or would that
They're coming
be
up over the school year.
Oh, okay. So it's throughout the year. We
Right.
spend a little
So young
events.
people can
Okay.
participate, and it's really, really exciting.
Okay. And then going back to, you know, kind of just learning about the program and bringing it here, did you visit different campuses? Was there one main campus where you looked at the program or like you studied it at one area? How did that come about?
In Florida, we looked at several different aspects of it. We looked at their leadership piece. They actually had it so we can participate in their leadership piece, how they did that part, junior high and high school components, so we can actually see the program in its different capacities. And so even though it's different there, some of the same principles can be applied here, although we're a different community. It's very, very large there through a nonprofit. We are a city doing it and funding it, but it is a very great joint effort how we're doing it here.
And as far as the junior high aspect, did the kids take to it a little faster than I would imagine? Like the older you get, the a little more cynical, maybe about some of these things. You tend to, or not cynical, maybe just question things more. And just when you're younger, I think maybe it takes hold a little bit better. Is that like what you guys saw? Or
we've definitely seen.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No problem. We have definitely seen young people in the junior high schools really jump on board. High school too will. We know they will, but it's just brand new, and they've kind of formulated their ways. Although we have seen a great increase. We just had a kickoff at Golden Valley High School. Many young people wanted to sign up. So I wouldn't say that. I just think it was new. And junior high school students are a little bit more impressionable and willing, but not that the high school students are not.
No, yeah, and I was at the Heroin Kill Symposium. There was a lot of the kids with the Defiant shirts on. They were kind of leading the program as far as, oh, come here, sir, you know, you need to be over there, just kind of helping out. And so I think that's a great thing. But talk to me a little bit about what do you do at the junior high level that's maybe a little bit different from the high school level, or is it a gradual education, like as you get older? I mean, that part of it.
I think basically the way we're doing it, that's run by a great staff. is that you look at each school individually, but we do have a basic curriculum, and we follow that. We work with the school advisors and the youth to put together how and what we want to present and what's going to be the best impact on their campus. So either way, if the topic is marijuana, that's one thing. If the topic may be heroin, something else. We kind of run it as here's a topic, and we have some activities we want to do, but we also give the young people an opportunity to give their input and that advisor for their particular campus to make sure we're appropriate for their school culture.
So basically, you present the information that schools, like there's a broad overview, and then how it's implemented on campus to campus is up to those administrators or teachers or club leaders?
Well, most DeFi programs is run on the clubs, so it could be after school or during lunch. But each club can have an awareness campaign on campus, whether it's going to be an activity at lunchtime or after school or a special speaker. The hub of it is really that club that drives that part of it. Those are the kids that really get all the information, but we know being peer-to-peer, you could be 6 degrees of separation and still get that information.
Right. And how have the numbers grown? How has the program kind of taken hold here in the Santa Clarita Valley?
The first year we had 800 young people that actually signed up and participated on their own.
Great deal.
And we had over 2,040 hours of community services done. We had many, many young people completed all their community service hours, all the project, participated in many meetings. It was great. So this year we're looking definitely to see an increase. I mean, the first year is just new, but we saw after the kickoff just recently at Castaic Middle School and at Golden Valley High School, the energy is very different. People know about it. They're willing. They're like, hey, that is kind of cool. So I think that we are really going to see an increase. And a lot more involvement, too. It's just new, but it takes time. But we're definitely up to a good start. Yeah,
of course, like we were talking about, just the momentum. And when more kids get familiarity with things, then they'll tend to latch onto it a little bit more. And as far as the just different areas, it's just kind of it's valley wide and it's peer led. So it's a really great program. What else is there anything coming up? I saw on the calendar at the site there's a Defy at SCV.org.
Yes.
Am I giving? Did I get the website right?
It's defyatscv.com.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually the website that we're using there too.
And that's DFYIT.SCV.com.
And that is information about the program that parents really can go and see what it's about. It is an opportunity to get educated about it because it is a volunteer piece for young people to participate, but it's a great way for a parent to see what the program is about, how it can be, and how they can be engaged in it too. Most of it for a parent is really supporting their young person and maybe participating in some of the volunteer opportunities.
And if they want to see what's going on, I saw a couple, like I was saying, the calendar has events that are coming up as far as the kickoffs at the high schools that are going on over the next 2 months, right? Great. And thank you for coming by and talking about the Defiant program, Janine. I appreciate that. This is the City Spotlight Show, and we'll be back with Laura Jardine to talk a little bit about environmental services in the city of Santa Clarita on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.